So Warner Brothers Discovery is not only up for sale, they're up for a flash sale. You get it? Ladies and gentlemen, we have more development regarding a potential buyout of WBD, as we may have the answers to why Zack Snyder is posting all of these DC related photos. So yeah, things are about to get a little bit spicy, baby. Now, today's news is coming from comicbookmovie.com. As you know, this is my preferred site to get my news from, so shout out to them for continuing to bring the noise. It is titled, Warner Brothers Discovery is officially for sale as multiple parties circle. Pause. Let me explain their metaphor. They're saying that other companies is circling Warner Brothers Discovery like a pack of wolves on prey. All right, they want it. Let's continue. What does this mean for DC Studios? Earlier this month, we got word that the recently merged Paramount Skydance had made an offer to purchase Warner Brothers Discovery. This initial offer was rebuffed, but we now have confirmation that the company is for sale. In a lengthy press release, Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav revealed that they have received unsolicited interest from multiple parties for the entire company, as well as for Warner Brothers separately, and are currently initiating a review of strategic alternatives. All right, so that's all I need to get from that. Now, you may be wondering, oh, where you going with this? He just revealed that other studios is also willing to buy some of what Warner Brothers Discovery owns. Okay, they don't have to take Discovery and Warner Brothers. They could either take Discovery or Warner Brothers or DC Studios. At this very moment, nothing is safe. Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, DC, nothing is safe regarding that of Warner Brothers. You want to know why? Because when you're $30 billion in debt, you have no choice but to hear out offers. This is something that I've been telling you guys for quite some time. I'm like, listen, when you're this broke or this down, you get desperate. Think about it like this. If you're someone who owns a house, but you desperately needs to sell this house, you want $250,000 for it. And a guy comes by and he says, hey, I don't want the house, but I like that TV. I like that table. I like that refrigerator. I like that stove. Are you going to tell him, no, you cannot buy all of this stuff, or you're desperate enough to take his cash for what he's willing to buy? Think about that for a second. You're selling a car. The car got some nice rims on it. Guy comes by, hey man, I like the car, but I'm not willing to give up that much money for a vehicle, but I will buy the rims. You in desperate need of some money, you're gonna sell those goddamn rims. All right, it's called a hustle. Right now, WBD has to hustle. The offer that Paramount Skydance gave them, they feel was not enough, but they need to understand when you're in that much debt, a lot of studios are gonna say, hey, if I buy you for $50 billion, I just spent $80 billion. All right, that they need to understand that. Now, back to DC and Zack Snyder. Maybe, just maybe, Netflix is considering buying DC Studios. So when we said sell Netflix DC Studios rights, or sell the rights to the Snyderverse to DC, Netflix is about to buy the whole goddamn bank. All right, what I said to y'all, these people are not playing. They got cash. They're not Warner Brothers. I believe Netflix makes like $4 billion a month or something like that through their streaming service. They got moolah, man. This company is not broke. They have enough money to say, hey, I know you don't want to sell this, but how's about I give you this much for it? What you think about that? And if you're broke enough, as I said before, you're hustling, you're going to say, okay, I'm going to sell this to you. Straight up, that's enough money to help me out. And maybe for me to skim off the top of it if you're David Salzoff, because we all know that guy is robbing Warner Brothers Discovery at this moment. Him, James Gunn, and Peter Safran. All right, but this may be the plan. The plan could be Netflix buys DC Studios. All right, do whatever they want. Fire James Gunn, keep him on, whatever. Keep Peter Safran, whatever. But Netflix is going to utilize DC much better than Warner Brothers. Trust me when I tell you, when it comes down to something like that of Black Adam, right? Black Adam exploded on Netflix. All right? It exploded. DC needs this type of explosion. That's what they need. They're not going to get it on HBO Max, as you can see. Superman, nothing. The only thing that was really successful highly in recent years was The Penguin. So when it comes down to Netflix, they can amplify that. Think about that for a second. And speaking of Zach, more news has dropped. Zach has put out another photo of Ben Affleck's Batman, a never before seen photo right here in real time while I was making this video. I ain't kidding you. I just saw the news pop up on my computer. Let's check this thing out right fast. Yeah, we got Ben Affleck's Batman looking like Batman. And check this out. Zack Snyder dropped this post not too long ago. 40,000 likes, man, on Instagram. Let's go over and see how long it's been up. 40,000 likes on Instagram, and the post has been up. I ain't gonna let me see it because I'm not on Instagram no more anyway. Damn, I ain't on Instagram, I ain't on Twitter. None of that. I gotta get back on this stuff. But this man just dropped this photo and it already has 40,000 likes. Can you believe that? 40,000 likes. So by this time tomorrow, it may very well have well over 100,000 likes. And speaking of likes, that post with Superman, the black and white photo, that thing got over 500,000 likes. Absolutely viral. This is about to go viral as well. See, what I'm saying here is Zack Snyder is cooking. And at this very moment, he isn't even touching DC. Fans wants him back. And maybe, just maybe, what Netflix is attempting to do could very well get him back in the door. All right. As I said, I'm having fun with this. I already know those mutant monkeys out there are very upset. They're going to be in the comment section. You guys need to move on. Hey, it's DC. All right. You say, if you love DC, then you should be talking about DC. This is all DC. So the 4KO is going to continue to talk about it. This is a DC-centric channel. What the hell you guys think? So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you all think about this matter. And don't forget, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hype, make sure you like, and always remember, laissez la bon temps rouler. That means let the good times roll. But let me know in the comments below.